Hi, it's Eldeen from the Mind Body Project. Welcome back. Day number 11 now. So 20 questions regarding depression and anxiety so that I've been asked. So let's get going then. So what have we got today? Right. I'm confused at which therapy is best for me. What do you recommend? Well, first of all, I don't recommend things. Yeah, I'll let you decide. I present the evidence. You make the decisions. It's your life. You choose. So that's the first thing. Which therapy do I recommend? Right. So after doing, it's quite hard for me because after doing lots of research, and because essentially what I wanted to do was find out what gets from A, depressed, yeah, to B, not depressed as quickly as possible. So that for phobias, for anxiety, I want to find out how things work. How do you get from there to there? How do you do it? That was what I was interested in. That was what I wanted to find out. So that's all I was interested in, how to do that. So I realised that, so after testing these things out over and over again, I realised that when it comes to changing any behaviours, then you have to get your unconscious mind involved. Yeah, you have to do that. Because it controls all of your behaviours. So at some level, you have to do something which involves either alpha state or even lower theta state or delta state exercises, which is hypnosis, or something where you have to go into a deep relaxed state to actually influence your unconscious mind as quickly, because it works quickly when you do that because of time distortion, which you have. There is no such thing as time. So you can speed things up and you can slow things down, or you can look at your whole life in pretty much a second when you're doing things like timeline therapy. So things can speed up and you can do things quickly, and your unconscious mind controls everything. So that is, so for me, anything like that, which includes your unconscious mind, is the way that I know works. If you're doing something conscious minded, which is what a lot of the mainstream things do, then it's easier to prove scientifically or with evidence-based stuff that things work. But really and truly, so it's really good it's easy to prove on paper, but when it comes to the actual thing, it's not really that great for me. Yeah, I've done therapy, I've done CBT, I've done some stuff. It wasn't that, even though it's very interesting, it's way better than nothing, by the way. So let's get that right. It's way better than nothing. And the other thing is as well, some people just need a person to speak to who's outside of their current circle because of loneliness. Someone, even just coming out there and speaking to someone who's not going to judge you, which is what therapists and CBT people are trained in, then that's going to help you anyway. Yeah, and they will actually listen because you got trained to listen properly. So in a non-judgmental way, and it's sort of your client-led as well. So, and this is the same with counselling. So those things are really helpful anyway. But for me, as I said, for me to speed things up, it was get your unconscious mind to do it. Because essentially all you're really doing is every single thing. This is how to think about it. Unless something is going on now, unless there's an incident going on now, everything or feeling or you're feeling bad or whatever is a memory. So you're dealing with memories. Yeah. So all of a sudden your picture comes up of the past, or it may be someone says something to you. And it associates with a bad feeling. So that they're just memories, or unless it's going on right now, then it's memory. So you're remembering what someone had said to you, or you may even be making up what someone said to you. But whatever it is, you create what we call a neuro association. Yeah, so I think of this picture, and then I have a feeling. Yeah. Now it could be a good one. Let me give you an example. When and it could be, because you've got 5 senses, and this is how you're going to do it, by the way, because this is how you represent the world. But I went to Cuba, and I had a certain shower gel. So when I smell that shower gel now, my brain goes, "Whoosh, Cuba," and then I have a feeling, a really good feeling when I was there, and I have very vivid memories coming back from that. Yeah, so I get all my senses. So you get your 5 senses. You will come up with a picture or representation in your head of what that is and what it means to you. It's a feeling. So any therapy or anything that anyone's doing, all you're trying to do, if you have a bad feeling, especially with depression, if you have a bad feeling associated with this, all you're trying to do is break that pattern so that you don't feel bad anymore. That's all you're trying to do. That's the whole thing. And because it's memories, it's very easy to do that, because you can change all your stuff in the memories. You can change how pictures move around in your head. You can change the color, the brightness, making the picture go away. If it's like something that's scaring you, there's usually a big picture here. If you are someone with a phobia, yeah, it's right there. There's a picture right there of something scaring them. So, but all I'm trying to do, whatever the thing is change this this representation that they have, or this thing in their head, this picture in their head, and change this feeling associated with it. Yeah. So when they think of this time, so let me give an example. If I have a really bad feeling here, or something really bad happening to me there, something really bad happening, yeah, I'm not going to go into content, but something really bad happening in this image. If I put an image up in my head right now, I'm going to feel bad about it, yeah. But what I can do is basically have it so me breaking here, rather than having a negative neuro association with it, I can just have, hey, this is trivial now. I can make it so it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, that's how I can literally do a technique and scramble it so I don't really know what's in here anymore. I don't really know what's in there, and then I can't have a bad feeling with it. Yeah, so if it's traumatic, I can literally scramble this, and because I've scrambled it, and because I can't see it, because it's not very focused, I can then, the whole of this thing collapses on itself, and it's trivial now. It's like, it doesn't really bother me anymore. But that's really easy to do, and that's essentially all you're doing with your memories. You're going through and actually saying, right, this thing is bothering me because it's a memory of what's going on, and once you scramble that, the whole of this collapses. And it doesn't really bother you anymore. And the thing is, you can't get it back if you do it right as well. And that is all that any therapy is really should be doing. That's the basic, that's all that I do. I go in there, no matter what you say to me, I know somewhere you've got 5 senses. Yeah, you've got 5 senses. I do a thing called needs, human needs as well, to see what needs you're after. But all I'm doing is breaking patterns. All I'm doing is breaking, you think about this, you feel bad, so if I change the image, you can't feel bad. That's all I'm essentially doing, and that's all you need to do. You talking about things over and over again, this is why I have a problem with it. If I start juggling, yeah, over and over and over again, I get better at it. If I start accessing negative feelings, which is what the talking stuff does, because they want you to talk about content and they want you to talk about this picture. Yeah, you're talking about this picture, it's like, and then you're getting a feeling, you're getting a bad feeling. But if you keep talking about and accessing the same feelings, you get better at it. Just as though someone who's excellent at something, the more they practice, the better they do the actual thing. That's why you have those who are excellent consistently, they're constantly every day practicing. Practice. Yeah, this end of the scale, so you've got dysfunction down here. This end of the scale if you're doing a lot of talking and a lot of thinking about negative things, then you're actually practicing to feel bad, and you get better at it. So this can be taken out with this. So when it comes to that's all you have to understand, is that that's what you're doing, and you just need to go someone who is going to do that. Be careful of speaking too much about the same issue over and over again. If it's just happened, if it's just like it's a very, very traumatic issue that's happened within, say, 6 months, even within a year, then counselling and things, because you may need to just get things out, may need to talk about things, and this is where the only time where I say maybe short-term medication for that. Yeah, but once it's been past that period of time, then you want to be saying, right, now I have to learn new behaviours. Yeah, how do I get to excellence? How are they doing it? What are they doing? It's time to grow from them. And to grow, you have to do personal development. Take small steps, but progress equals happiness. So that's what you want to do. Progress equals happiness. How you have to learn something new. Things ain't going to magically change. Anyone that says that to you or says that you can't change, just slap them. Yeah, what are you talking about? That just that's their limitations, not yours. Don't let their reality be yours. Yeah, someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. So progress equals happiness. If you're progressing, to progress you have to learn something, you have to grow as a person, but you have to be doing something action wise. Yeah, understanding isn't going to get you very far. Yeah, understanding your problem, well, you already know. You already know that yeah, I know how I got this, I know when it happened. Do I still have the problem? Yeah. So understanding doesn't work. Insight therapy, that's what a lot of people say to me, if I could only understand something. If it does that easy, or if that worked, then you just do it. Once you understand, that's gone, but that's not how it happens. So just be mindful that you want to, when it comes to therapy, you just want to make sure that you're not accessing the feelings over and over again, because it's going to make it worse. But then you want to make sure that you're using your unconscious mind to actually make the changes. Yeah, all of the therapies and NLP and everything has their place. It just depends on where you are and what you need to do and what you want. Okay, so I hope that's clear, even though I've got a scribbly picture there. But that's my take on that.